Hi again, everybody. This video is sponsored by contribution from April, and here's her story. Hi, Ollie. Sorry about what Charlotte is going through with her tooth. Dental issues are the worst. I've been watching your videos since the beginning, and I was thinking about the video you did, Narcissist Puts You on Trial for Life. It's one of my favorites and definitely one I can relate to. A recurring experience I've had with narcissists over the years is the way they overreact and immediately get accusatory when you don't want to give them what they want when they want it. I've had narcissists in my life who will call, text, or email, and if I don't answer my phone or respond immediately, I get the narc rage and the accusations. For example, narcs have said to me, "Why didn't you answer the phone? What took you so long to get back to me? Why haven't I heard from you? Are you ignoring me?" etc., etc. It's as if these people think I have nothing better to do than be at their beck and call, and how dare I be busy when they need me. If you get what I mean, yeah, I get what you mean. This is exactly how Virginia was. Virginia was the type of, when I call you, you better be there, narcissist. When I call, you better pick up. She would go as far as to track you down at friends' house, other relatives' house. It didn't matter, and I don't know how she would get phone numbers. Now, she never did it to me, but she used to do it to my mother and her sisters, where all of a sudden the phone would ring at a friend's house. And this is as adults. I mean, this is in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, up until 60s even. No, not their 60s. Only my parents were in their 60s. But up until their late 40s, early 50s, when my grandmother, because my Virginia died in '06, this is exactly what Virginia would do. She would keep calling and calling and calling. And if you weren't home, she would call around to your friend's house. And she had a way to know where you were and eventually track you down. Like, holy shit, how did you get this number? Like, and what it is, and I'll tell you what it is when they're that narcissistic and that selfish, where they want to talk to you there and then, and you better pick up. Let me tell you what goes on in their head. They then put it in their head that you're deliberately avoiding their call, and you know they're calling them, and you're doing this on purpose. So that's the type of rage you're going to eventually deal with when they get you. Like, you've done this all on purpose. Most of the time when this happens, it's only been minutes or hours since they tried to contact me. It's not like it takes me days to respond to people. Whenever I've tried to explain why I didn't answer my phone or respond to a text message right away, they usually get even more upset. It's so frustrating. One way I've been trying to avoid the accusations is if I know I'm going to be unavailable during a certain time, I will text people to let them know in advance so they hopefully won't call and text during that time. My thought is that if I do this, that maybe I can avoid the backlash when I don't answer my phone. Or you can avoid the backlash by getting these people out of your life. You are going through way too many steps, and you are having way too much anxiety and fear and pre-planning to just go out and not answer your goddamn phone. If you got that many people giving you a hard time that they can't find you when they call, then they're not your friends. They're people who are just looking to use you. Because when they're calling you like that, it's never to find out how you're doing. It's because they want something. Or if they still choose to call or text at a point in time when I've already notified them when I'm unavailable, that at least I have some way to defend myself for not answering. After all, why would any reasonable person call or text somebody they know is unavailable, right? Oh, that's right. Narcissists aren't reasonable. I keep forgetting that. Shame on me. Obvious sarcasm. If you're looking for a way to defend yourself for not answering your phone because you have a life, again, you got the wrong people in your life. Anyway, I've had some success with this, but I do feel a bit resentful that I even have to do it. Also, I can avoid being scolded like a child by people who are incapable of understanding that the world does not revolve around them. Why should I have to tell people where I am? and what I'm doing all day just so I don't get grief over not answering my phone or responding to text messages fast enough for the narc. It does feel like I'm being controlled by other people, but then I think maybe I'm overreacting and that texting people in advance is just communication. Are you a doctor? Are you their surgeon? These people have way too much involvement in your life, April. Way too much involvement. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable that you got to text people and let them know you're unavailable so you can go out and. So my question is this. Am I playing into the narcissist's hands when I proactively let them know when I won't be answering my phone or responding to text messages? Or is this just another control tactic by the narcissist? Or am I making things worse for myself? After all, no one is asking me to send these alerts. I'm just doing it to try to avoid the conflict. Most of this is based on my past experiences and may be less relevant for me going forward as I've cut a lot of narcissists out of my life. However, as I bring more new people into my life or just have to deal with the few narcs I have low contact with, I'm just trying to figure out the best way to handle this particular concern going forward. I'm interested in your thoughts on this as well as the thoughts of your own other subscribers. I am curious if other people could provide insight into their own experiences if anyone has tips on how to handle impatient people in general. Thanks again for all you do. I really enjoy watching your videos and reading the comments. It helps to have others' perspectives. Best wishes, and I wish you and Charlene much success, peace, and happiness. Sincerely, April. Okay. This phone thing and getting in contact with you is obviously one of your red flags. It's obviously something that it's a type of narcissist you draw in. Is these controlling type, have to get a hold of you. Believe me, I know the type. I know the type. So instead of worrying about how to handle these things in the future, whether or not you send out an alert for whether or not you have a life, you don't send out alert. That's unnecessary, and it's silly to think that you would need to do that. What you need to do and what you need to realize, because you realize this has been a problem for you, and this is a narc, and this is a red flag for you of a type of narc you draw in. So knowing that going forward, and you're not going to alert anybody because you're going to live a normal life. So now in the future, when somebody gives you a hard time like they have in the past about new people who give you the same hard time about where you are, they're just telling you right off the bat, separate me from your life. Separate me from your life. I am no good for you. I am the same type of narc. Look at it as positive. Turn your negative red flag into a positive. Say, oh, there it is. Thank you for alerting me. Cut. 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 Don't argue it. Don't reason with them. Don't tell them why. Like, okay, whatever. And then you just cut them off. And you just cut it out. Cut them off. Cut them off. Cut them off. This is a red flag for you. If this keeps happening repeatedly, instead of fearing it, when it happens, it's like, okay, I'm doing something wrong because I'm still drawing in the same type of narcissist in the past. Cut you off, go back, reevaluate. What did I do again this time? What did I do again this time? Turn your negative into a positive and realize it and use it in your favor. You're going to be dealing with these issues for the rest of your life. We all are. Okay? It is ridiculous to have to give an alert that you're going to have a little bit of a life for yourself and these people. I understand who these people are and why they do what they do, because it's all about them all the time, and they build up in their head to the point where you're doing this on purpose. You knew this, you knew, and you don't want it even to get to that at that point. So as soon as it comes, say, there's my red flag, cut it off right there and then. And to your other question, do they do it to you because you told them you were going to be unavailable? Yes. Yes. because they want to see where they fall in the importance scale in your life. And if you're unavailable, then they're going to be less important, and then they can use that tactic to guilt you and torture you with it. Cut them all out. So, hope that helps. Thank you so much again, April, for your contribution and your story. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who's watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, or a narcissist you'd like to expose, you know what to do with the PayPal and my email links in the description box. And remember, when you do email me your story, please include at the top of the email whether it's with or without contribution and what name you'd like to go by. This is Ollie Matthews. Thanks for watching. See you all again soon. Bye.